Our Douglas Herbert's been keeping an eye on this story. He joins me now on the set. Doug, what are your thoughts here? Is this really about going after drug traffickers, as Donald Trump says, or is it perhaps about forcing regime change in Caracas, as critics allege?
Both. Donald Trump's official view, what he says is the United States is in an armed conflict with drug cartels that he and the Trump administration view as terrorist organizations. They call them non-state armed groups led by the biggest drug cartel leader of them all, the so-called leader of the Sun's drug cartel, Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan president. And they are basically staging an armed attack against the United States of America. That in conjunction with the fact that there's a giant gang in Venezuela that is opening up the prisons and letting them flood into the United States to commit crime. So if you listen to Donald Trump, his social media, his official statements, it's about fighting an armed conflict, fighting armed, essentially non-state soldiers, if you will, at war with the U.S., drug dealers, drug traffickers. But you don't have to do that deep a dive, Jeannie, to see that equally explicit, or almost as explicit as you could get, is a Trump administration strategy drawn up by the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and in conjunction with the CIA director, John Ratcliffe, that this is, as we have been saying, a pressure campaign, an escalating pressure campaign to oust Nicolas Maduro from power. Oust him from power. I.e., yes, regime change. This is one instance where Nicolas Maduro, who has not generally had the sympathy of the international community, when he denounces the Trump administration for aiming at nothing less than regime change, you could say, well, he has a point. Now, it's not because I'm sitting here saying it. It's because, like I said, the strategy has been explicit. In his own confirmation hearing a few months back for the CIA directorship, John Ratcliffe said that he envisioned a more aggressive, almost remodeled CIA. What does that mean? That means going after, and I'm quoting here, going places no one else can go. He's talking about the CIA under his leadership, and doing things no one else can do. Fast forward to today's headline, Donald Trump authorizing the CIA to conduct covert operations. Presumably that is an authorization to either operations against Maduro unilaterally or against his government in general, or a combination of both. Whatever the case, the question you asked me, is this regime change or is this going after drug traffickers? It is very much the end goal here. The ultimate goal is to oust him from power. It is regime change. And yes, Jeannie, you didn't ask me, but I will answer the question you didn't ask. It harkens back to a dark era, some thought an era that might have been past, of the CIA conducting coups, assassination attempts, and so on and so forth against people it doesn't like, not just in Latin America, but across the world.